Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's mindfulness practice. My name is Leanna. Thank you for choosing to practice with me today, and welcome to my channel. So glad you're taking this time for yourself. I have had a recent request to teach Paschima Baddha Hastasana, which is bound arms behind your back pose relatively in English. So we are going to do a nice little shoulder and upper body opener and warm up to work our way to that peak posture today. So you might want a strap by your side. That could feel nice, especially if the mobility in the shoulders isn't quite there yet. If you don't have a strap, you can find a towel or even a belt. That could be helpful. But I would really prefer it to be probably a belt or a strap out of the three options that I gave you. That'll be just the most easily used type of prop. If you don't have access to that, that is okay. You can find other modifications along the way. And so with that, knowing that every shape I offer here today is just a suggestion and taking it at your own pace, taking what feels good, leaving what doesn't, and making this time intentional for you. So with that, we will begin. And we're gonna get started today in a child's pose. So you can draw those knees wide, rest those arms long down your mat. Toes may come to touch. Chest melts towards the ground. That forehead can reach towards the ground, or it might just hover above the surface. Maybe you take those hands and place them in front of you to rest your forehead down. Just allow there to be a heaviness in your hips, a softness in your chest and upper body. Those forearms can rest down here. And just begin by turning inwards and checking in with how you're feeling in this moment. Tuning into the body, the mind, the breath. Just acknowledging what might be present here for you. Acknowledging this effort you brought forward to carve out this time throughout your day to move, to breathe, and to reconnect. And honoring yourself for doing just that. Let's breathe in fully together. And as you breathe out, let something go. Let's take another full breath in. Extend the exhale out. Last breath in here together. And release it, let it go. And now allow your breath to find a rhythm that can support you. And as you do so, tuning into whether you'd like to set an intention for this time together. So maybe that's a word, a phrase, or a feeling you'd like to call in. I welcome you to take a moment to repeat that internally once or twice to yourself. And to allow it to settle fully with a full round of breath. I'm so grateful that you're here. I hope you have a wonderful practice today. Let's start to activate this child's pose, rooting down through the palms, engaging the upper back, the arms. One step further, you'll start to tent through those fingers. Bring tennis balls underneath those palms. Take a full breath in, breathe into the back of your heart space. And a full breath out. Rooting down through those hands even deeper. Take one more inhale. And then stay for the exhale. Good. As you ground down through the palms, draw forward, find a tabletop. Take a breath in, drop the belly, lift the gaze and tailbone, find cow pose. Exhale, round through the spine, push the ground away. 2 more rounds here. Move with your breath, move at your own pace. Allowing that breath to move like a wave up and down this spine, this wave-like motion. Make this feel big, smooth. And then we'll land in a neutral spine. Start to draw the weight into your left palm. And then bring that right hand behind your right ear, elbow facing towards the right. Find a hug of the ribs into your midline. Find that core engagement for your stability. Good, and then take a breath in. Open up to the right, that elbow reaches to the sky, rotate through the upper back. Good, exhale, tap that right elbow to your left wrist. Inhale, twist open. Exhale to close. Good. This time as you breathe in and twist open, reach that right arm tall all the way to the sky. Holding here, take a breath in. Start to circle that arm back behind you and then towards the front of the space, taking some nice shoulder rolls here. Good, let's take one more big round in this direction. And then we meet back, reaching that hand high. Let's alternate directions, reaching forward and then reaching back. 3 total here. Move with your breath. Bring some lubrication in that shoulder joint. And then we meet back with that right arm reaching tall. Exhale, thread that arm through to the left, find thread the needle. Land on the side of the shoulder, the side of the head. Reach that right arm towards the left side of the space. And then with that left hand, really ground down into the earth to find that rotation through the upper back. Good, hips are staying high over those knees. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Good, last inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Root down through the left palm, breathe in, reach that right arm tall, find that twist. Notice the difference. And then exhale, right hand plants down. Good, we start to draw the weight into the right side, find that midline engagement, that core is stabilizing us here. Take that left hand behind your left ear. Good, and then breathe in, twist open to the left, elbow to the sky. Exhale, close the gap, elbow to rest. Breathe in to open. Breathe out to lower. Good. This time as you breathe in, reach that left arm tall. And then take those circular rotations. So reaching that right arm, or left arm rather, to the back of the space and then circling it all the way forward. Good. 2 more big circles here. Feel the movement in that joint. Once you're done your 2, you take those 3 in the opposite direction. Nice and big, as slow as you'd like. 3 total, breathing through it. And once you're done your 3 rounds, you meet back through neutral, reaching that left arm tall, breathe in. Exhale, thread that arm through to the right, landing in that thread the needle shape. Side of the shoulder, side of the head. That right hand stays down as a kickstand. Can you push into the earth to find that deeper rotation through the upper back? Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Last full round of breath here. Root down through the right side, breathe in, reach the left arm tall, find that twist one last time. Good, exhale, left hand plants down. From here, we're walking our hands forward to the top edge of our mat. Then rooting down through the palms, take a breath in. Exhale, lower the forearms down, that forehead or chin meets the mat for puppy pose or melting heart. Again, those hips stay high over the knees, allowing an opening to come into the armpits, the front of the shoulders, the chest. More intensity, that chin meets the ground. Take a full breath in. Allow there to be a heaviness in your upper body on your breath out. Good, 1 more full round of breath. Child's pose on your breath out. Good, root down, draw forward to your tabletop. Tuck the toes, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Take what movements feel good here for you. Welcome in this first inversion, this new shape. Allow yourself to bring length into the backs of your legs. Full breath in. Full breath out. Land in stillness on your next exhale. Good, use your breath in to ripple forward to a high plank, shoulders stack over wrists. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Good, breathe in, draw forward. And breathe out, hips high. 2 more rounds. Notice the fire starting to burn in those shoulder joints and the core. Last round here, breathe in, ripple forward.
Exhale, hips high. Good. This time, ripple forward, find a high plank. Holding high plank from knees or toes, push the ground away, slight puff in the upper back, hug into your midline. Full breath in. On your breath out from knees or toes, lower all the way through to your bellies. Untuck the toes once you arrive. Reach those arms back alongside you, palms down, thumbs facing out. Zip the toes together at the back of your mat. Take a full breath in, locust pose, lift chest, chin, arms, legs off the ground. Reach those hands to the back of the space as you point through the toes. Gaze just slightly forward, maybe towards the sky. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Good, one last inhale here. Exhale, release, lower that all the way back down. Bring one cheek to the mat. Shimmy your hips into the earth. Let that go. Good, now option to find that exact same shape, that exact same posture and expression with the arms. Or you can interlace those hands at the base of your back. If interlacing the hands feels like it's too much today, you might grab that strap or that belt or prop. Grab hold of it into your palms and then walk your hands closer to one another. Maybe they eventually interlace. Now your choice for your arm expression, those arms can just be down by your side, preparing for your back bend, pointing through the toes, and on your breath in, lifting chest and chin, arms and legs reach with you. Find your gaze. Can you squeeze the back body as you lift a little higher? Shoulder blades towards one another. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Last inhale here, maybe lift 1% higher. Exhale to slowly lower back down. Good, release that prop by your side. Hands plant under your shoulders. Push yourself back, downward facing dog. Take a full round of breath. Good, now walk your hands back towards your feet. Find a heavy forward fold at the back of your mat. Step those feet a little wider if you'd like. Take a generous bend in those knees. Grab hold of opposite elbows. Maybe you slightly rock side to side. Allow the crown of the head to reach heavy. Full breath in. Full breath out. Go, one more inhale here. And release the bind on your exhale. Walk your feet into your preferred distance. Find a halfway lift. Draw the shoulders down your back as you do so. Exhale to fold. Good, 2 more rounds. Breathe in. Exhale, release. Last round, breathe in. Exhale, just fold. Now root down through your feet. Slowly rise, one vertebrae at a time. Crown of the head reaches last. Good, and then once you do arrive, roll those shoulders towards your ears, release them down your back. 2 more big rolls, breathe in. Exhale to release. Last round here, breathe in. Exhale to let go. You reach tall on your breath, an extended mountain. Hands move through prayer at heart center. Interlace the palms, push the palms away from you. Find a standing cat shape, tucking the tail, tucking the chin. Breathing into your upper back, spread the shoulder blades wide. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Last inhale here, push those palms even further away. Stay for the exhale. Use your inhale to reach tall through the crown of the head. The palms reach with you. Draw the shoulders down your back once you arrive. Take a full breath in, grow a little taller. Stay for the breath out. Good, last inhale here. Exhale, circle the arms wide, interlace those hands at the base of your back. Once again, you can find that strap or prop. Maybe you grab hold of opposite elbows here. Can you draw that bind away from your body towards the earth? Shine your heart, gaze lifts to the sky. Take a breath in, slight bend in the knees. Exhale, standing seal, bow towards your legs, fold, holding whatever bind of your choice. Maybe that bind starts to draw away from your lower back and reaches towards the sky. It's a chest opening here. Those shoulder blades are drawing towards one another. Can you take a full breath in? Full breath out. Good, last inhale here. Really slowly release that bind and hands will meet the earth. Good, walk those feet a little wider, grab hold of opposite elbows, the opposite bind that you took from last time. And then just let that head hang heavy, maybe rock side to side, generous bend in those knees. Full breath in. Full breath out. Last full round of breath. Release the bind on your breath out. Walk those feet into your preferred distance. Find a halfway lift, long spine. Exhale to just folds. Good, now root down through your feet, engage the glutes, lift tall to the sky. Gaze may reach to those palms, maybe those hips push forward. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samasthiti. Tadasana, hands by your side. And now we're gonna find our peak pose, bounding those arms behind our back. All right, so I'm gonna show you this posture without the use of the prop to begin. So what that looks like is grabbing hold of opposite arms and stacking your forearms over one another. Now, what's important here is not allowing these ribs to flare out, right? We hug the belly in, tuck the tail, knit our ribs to our center line. So allow that chest opening to come, drawing the shoulders down our back, but keeping those ribs contained. So the core is on here. So rather than flaring out with the tail and the ribs, we're hugging everything into our center line, and then we'll hold. So if you find that this is not available to you today, you might just take one arm on either side. You might grab hold of wrists and slowly start to walk those hands closer to your elbows and upper arms. You might take a strap and wrap that strap around one of your arms. So let's say it's along the left arm here. It might start farther away, walking that hand closer, and then you bend through that left arm. You might just hold here. So your choice, whether you want to use that prop or not. You have the options of the wrists, you have the option of the half bind on either side, you have the option of the full bind. So let's start with bound arms, whether you're using the prop or not. Starting with the half bind or the full bind, find your shape. And then once you do find the hold, whether that is your wrists, your forearms, or your upper arms or elbows, let's find the containment of the midline. So draw the navel in, tuck the tail. Imagine yourself pulling up a marble from your navel all the way to your belly button, and then knit your ribs inwards towards your midline. Can you allow that chest to open as you draw the shoulders down your back? Root down through your feet, crown of the head tall to the sky. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Go, let's take 2 more rounds of breath here. Last full round of breath. Good, now from here, if you've taken that half bind, maybe you switch sides. So grab hold of the left arm or grab hold of the right arm, vice versa, whatever you started with. If you're grabbing hold of forearms, maybe you play around with tiptoeing those hands closer to your elbows or your upper arms. If you manage to find this full bind, we're gonna try and find our reverse prayer expression now. So what that's gonna look like is palms are going to face away from your body. Those elbows are going to be wide. Then you're going to start to move your pinkies towards one another. Once those pinkies reach towards one another, elbows towards the ground, you can start to close the gap between your palms. Thumbs come to touch. So just like in our bounded hands pose or bounded arms pose, we don't want to flare out here, right? So again, we're going to tuck the tail, hug the ribs into our midline, draw the shoulders down our back as those elbows draw away, gaze slightly forward, crown of the head tall. So whatever expression you've chosen, maybe it's a little deeper than our first time around,
Maybe you found this reverse prayer expression. Whichever one you've chosen, can you allow yourself to land here and have space? Find that midline containment. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Good. 2 more rounds of breath, strong and steady. Relax through the shoulders. Last full breath in. Full breath out. When that feels like enough, you're just gonna gently release whatever bind you've taken. Really nice work, everyone. So just release the prop by your side, and we'll find a mountain pose at the top of our mats. Let's take a breath in, reach tall, extend mountain. Exhale, bows you all the way back down. Take an inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, find your high plank. And from knees or toes, your choice to lower halfway or all the way through chaturanga. Finding your back bend on your breath in, cobra, up dog. And then let's find a downward facing dog on our breath out, hips high. Take a full round of breath. And then child's pose when you're ready. Reach those hands back towards your feet. Allow those shoulders to have a break. Crown of the head reaches, or forehead rather, reaches to the ground. Allow that back to release. Take a full breath in. A full breath out. 2 more rounds of breath. Last round. Good, now walk your hands in front of your knees. Lift yourself upright to a kneeling seat, Virasana. And then allow the gaze to be soft. Hand can come over your heart and belly as we close down our practice. Keeping that gaze inwards, noticing how the whole system is feeling. Body, mind, breath, energy. Tuning into the shift where you feel lighter, even if it's small. Where you feel more open, even if it's subtle. Feel the weight of your hands resting into your body and send in warmth, love, and gratitude for taking this time for yourself today to care for your body and well-being in an intentional way. We'll honor this practice together and this ability to connect. And I thank you for letting me guide you, for sharing this time with me, and for being a part of this community. From the love enlighten me to the love enlighten you, I namaste. Thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that upper body release. Paschima Baddha Hastasana is like such a beautiful shape to take to increase or to better our posture, to really release through the shoulders, the neck, the upper body, areas in the body that we often hold the most tension to this practice anytime. Also, coming back to this practice time and time again to increase that shoulder mobility will be super helpful for you. So I hope you enjoy. Leave me a comment. Let me know how it feels. Send me a message. Send me an email. Whatever you feel called to do. Thank you for being here. And if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button below. Join my community. I'd love you to tune in week by week as I release new practices. And I look forward to the next time that we're together. Thanks so much, everyone.